Good morning. Actually, never mind. Scratch that. It is the afternoon. It's 12:18. This is day 8 in northern New England. I just finished up at Planet Fitness. I'm still in the parking lot, and I was in there for a very long time. Was on my phone in the bathroom for a while. Went, worked out, stretched, and I stretched for over an hour. But honestly, I was just on my phone a lot of it. Just kind of half-ass stretching half the time. So just kind of doing some stuff, coordinating a hike with my friends that was supposed to be tomorrow. Now it's going to be Saturday. And just based on weather. And also just doing some real estate stuff. So yeah, it was in Planet Fitness for, I think, just over 2 hours, around 2 hours. All right, hair's looking good enough. Yeah, so woke up this morning with Rose. We both slept pretty well in the back of the car. My car is an actual mess right now. Like, it is a mess right now. Because, like I said last night, I put just all my stuff, most of my stuff, into her car so that we could take my folded over mattress foam topper and make a full-size bed going across the width of the entire car. And it was pretty comfortable. My legs were kind of down in the trunk because I didn't have that kind of thick tabletop underneath me. I let her sleep on that, and it was cool. I like that you know, we're able to both sleep in the car if she visits me and stuff like that. Because she was like, I don't want to go home. She's like, I honestly want to see if there's like another hotel that's cheap or something. I'm like, that's not worth it. And she was like, well, let's see if we can. I don't remember exactly how it went down, but she was like, that'd be fun if we both slept in your car or something like that, or I don't even know. But glad we did. We had a good night. And yeah, so I had a good couple of days with my girlfriend and her family one of the days. I know I already recapped all that. So today is day 8. I was planning on, of the 20 days, doing, you know, week in New Hampshire, week in Maine, week in Vermont. But because of the hike and everything, we've already spent 8 of the 20 days in New Hampshire. And we're actually coming back to New Hampshire to do a hike on Saturday. Today is Thursday. So yeah, we're going to go to Vermont. We're going to go to Vermont. So we're going to go west to Vermont today, spend some time in Vermont today, all tomorrow in Vermont, and then tomorrow night we'll drive to New Hampshire, sleep near the mountain in southern New Hampshire, go on a hike, we'll go back to Vermont, and then after a few days we'll go to Maine and finish out the rest of the trip in Maine. That's the plan as of now. Things keep changing as always, but excited with that plan. I'm excited to go to Vermont today. Not sure where we're going to go. After I end this video, I'm going to clean up this car. I'm actually going to grab a Fairlife. It's, like I said, it's almost 12:30. I haven't eaten anything yet today and just had a pretty good workout, so I'm starving. So yeah, going to have a Fairlife for breakfast. I'm going to pull my car over to area, a lot where it's a bit easier to kind of walk around my car with stuff. Organize my car, get situated, drive to Vermont, find a library. I'm going to upload day 3 of the Boston trip. I'm not going to lie. I have not been editing much recently, and it's taken me this whole week to just finish editing day 2 of the Boston trip and do the entirety of day 3. So I need to kind of step up my editing game and spend some more time on that. Maybe, or just, I think, you know, there's going to be periods where I go home between trips, and I think a lot of the editing will just take place then, honestly. I'll just really spend a lot of time when I am home editing. Just kind of treat that like a more normal job. Spend more than, because I've just been spending like the days I do edit, I spend like 2 to 4 hours editing. And then obviously there are days like the past 2 days where I don't edit. So past 2 days were definitely different because my girlfriend was here, but still regardless. Yeah, so I really got to get better at ending these videos, but we're gonna eat breakfast, clean up my car, drive to Vermont, and I will talk to you guys in Vermont. We are beginning, so it's day 8. We're beginning our time in Vermont. Time in New Hampshire has been great. We'll be right back here on Saturday, but time in New Hampshire has been great. Time to move on to Vermont. Bruh. We have arrived in Vermont. We are in Springfield, which is just over the New Hampshire border. Quaint little town. I think online it said it had a population of only 8,000. So small little town. I just parked downtown and the library is actually across the street. Plan on heading in there, using the bathroom, doing some editing. Looking at the Planet Fitnesses around Vermont, there's like 5 of them. And that's compared to, there were like 5 Planet Fitnesses just around Manchester, New Hampshire. So the past 7-8 days, I stayed in the southern parts of New Hampshire in the more like city-ish areas, the more urban areas, and they made it really easy. Vermont's definitely more rural, or at least more rural than the parts of New Hampshire I was in previously. So there's going to be a bit more of a challenge, I think. We'll kind of see what I end up doing. Do I want to stay closer to Planet Fitnesses? Do I want to kind of, sleep near Planet Fitnesses, drive to different towns or areas during the day, and then drive back to Planet Fitnesses? I think that's probably what I'll do. But I know there are other options to sleep at than Planet Fitness, and, other places like 24-hour businesses where I know I'll have a bathroom, or different kind of camping sites that'll have porta potties or just parks and stuff. So we'll try out a mixture of things. One thing I will say is when it comes to parking in a residential area, when you're in a more suburban or especially a rural area, when there aren't many cars around, you don't really want to be, sleeping in a neighborhood, because there's only a few homes on that street or in that little area, whatever, where you're parking. If you're not pulling in late at night and leaving right early in the morning, they might, take issue with it for some reason, or just start to have suspicions like, why is there a random car with a Massachusetts license plate parked out in front of my house or in front of my neighbor's house? Probably isn't an issue, but I don't know. That's at least the way I see it as of now. We'll have to test out some stuff. But it is 3:49. I want to eat a PB&J for a late lunch to kind of hold me over, and we'll go to the library. I plan on doing some grocery shopping, and we'll go from there.
So good. A little sloppy Joe action. It burnt the roof of my mouth. So this is my first attempt at a sloppy Joe on the road. It is meatloaf mix, or meatloaf meat, which is a mixture of pork, beef, and veal. Cook that in olive oil. Oh, and then I added salt, pepper, a little bit of hot sauce, honey, and sweet tomato sauce. Really good. And just putting it on wheat bread, honey wheat bread. I was so hungry. The reason it's so dark right now is because I went to a park to eat dinner after I finished up at the library editing. And the park was just, it had football practice going on, like Little League baseball going on. There were a million people around there, and there was nowhere really to cook. So I had to drive to this next town over. Unfortunately, they have this park and ride next to a park. It also has a porta potty, which is great. But it's really dark. This is definitely a quiet little town, so I feel safe enough. But yeah, it's kind of annoying to cook in the dark. I already had all the other ingredients. I picked up the meatloaf. The meatloaf meat had at a co-op, another co-op. This is the second co-op I've been to in the past week. And I don't know if I've ever even been to one. But a co-op grocery store in Springfield, Vermont. And it was $7. And I don't have any ice in my cooler, so I'm gonna eat it all, but I definitely could have probably could have stretched like 8 sandwiches out of this and made 3 meals. I think I'm like 45 minutes away from Planet Fitness, the nearest Planet Fitness. So after I finish this, clean up, do the dishes, head over to the town at the Planet Fitness, maybe even straight to the Planet Fitness, depending on how late it is. It just gets dark so damn early. Alright, well anyway, that ends this mukbang of me eating sloppy Joe. I'm sure you really thoroughly enjoyed me just like devouring sloppy Joe. And you get a little trash bag. Time to clean up.
Alright, so update. So I just went to grab a trash can and to clean this up in the lantern. And when I turned around from the table and started to walk back to my car, I walked into this. Oh my god. I don't know if I don't know if I thought it was a dog or another animal or what it was. Oh my god. I just walked into that at groin height, and literally I just yelled out, like I probably just alerted everyone in the neighborhood. I was like, ooh, but it was so loud. Anyway, this probably isn't even funny to other people, but man, I just turned around and thought I was getting mauled by a dog. I really thought it was a dog jumping up on me. See how it's like leaning towards me? I don't know. Oh, that was good. That was scary as fuck, but that was funny after, man. Jesus. Anyway. Howdy. It is 10:13. To be honest, I didn't realize how late it was. Let me take out my sweatshirt, actually. It's the new Ozark Trail thin sweatshirt, and it's fleece on the inside. Really like it a lot. That's my first time wearing it today. Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. I got to this city that has a Planet Fitness in Vermont around 9-ish, I think, or like 8:45. Went to Marshall's to use the bathroom, looked at a couple things, and I was like, oh, I need a dongle, or I want to get a dongle for my phone, because my old dongle was for a lightning port, or a lightning port, a lightning charger port, a lightning charger port. So I wanted to get that, and I want to see if they had any wallets, like MagSafe wallets, because I'm used to having a wallet phone case, but I like the little silicone case that I just got. But now that I have MagSafe, I can add a wallet to the silicone case, so that's nice. And let me pull up the maps. This doesn't make sense. I don't know what this street is. It's weird. Anyway, so I went to Wallet for the case, and I got the dongle. I also got a battery for some...
At the light, turn left onto West Street.
I also got a battery for AirPods that needed a new battery. I mean, not AirPods, jeez. An AirTag of mine that needed a new battery, but they didn't have any wallet cases. So anyway, I was just kind of browsing around Walmart, killing time. I like looking at all the hiking stuff in different stores. Almost bought a med kit, a little hiking med kit for like $12, but I already have some med supplies, so I should just put them in my hiking pack. And yeah, I am super tired. I'm gonna park in a residential neighborhood. At least that's the plan. The Planet Fitness was right near the Walmart and the Marshalls I was at. That's why I was over there. But 3 minutes from...
Destination is on your right.
3 minutes from this Planet Fitness are some parks that are in residential areas. So houses on one side, park on the other. So I plan on just... Sorry. I plan on just pulling up next to the park across from the houses and parking there. I gotta check the street. Wow, this is weird. There are like no cars. This neighborhood looks like a ghost town. It's kind of creepy. There are like no cars on the street or in these people's driveways. Okay, there's a car. What the frick, bro?
Meadow Street Park.
Yeah, it's just no parking. No parking this side. Yeah, so you actually can't park on the park side. Alright, there are cars in those driveways. I'll kind of show you what I have to do sometimes to find parking. Not that you guys can see me driving around, like the actual, what I'm looking at, but just me driving around, man. It's kind of annoying, like if I don't have a very specific spot that I'm parking at, like a Planet Fitness or something, I'm like, oh, I want to just park in a residential area, and I didn't scope it out during the day. I just gotta drive around at night and just see what's up with this park. This park is empty, which I'm not a fan of. I don't want to park in an empty lot. I don't want to be the only car. No dogs or golfing allowed. The only sign. I honestly think I can just park in this parking lot, but I don't like an empty lot. I want to be near other cars. I don't want to stand out like a sore thumb. That there is an option though. And this neighborhood's just creepy, man. There's like no cars in the houses. Well, I'm going further from the Planet Fitness, which isn't great, but it's not a huge deal. I just like parking near the Planet Fitness so I know that I can go to the bathroom when I wake up if I need to. I'm So what I'm doing right now is I have my maps pulled up, but it's not a specific directions. I can just see all the different roads and stuff, and you can see what looks like a neighborhood. You can see where there's like kind of parks and stuff. Let me see, hold on. I don't know what that thing is. Alright, and you can see where the buildings are, so like you can see where there's gaps next, or just empty spaces on roads. See, I'm on a main ass road though. This doesn't make sense. Alright, there's a street up here that has some houses, but the street just continues going and there isn't houses. You know what? Here's the thing, I'm looking for on-street parking. I haven't even looked at the on-street parking laws for the city. Because I'm trying to think. I don't think I've seen them yet. See, this is what happens. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But I didn't pre-plan. You got to plan. You got to plan when you're out living on the road like this. Could have easily parked in that big parking lot with Walmart and Planet Fitness. You should be able to park at most Walmarts. Planet Fitness you can park at. You should be able to. Alright, let's see here. Wow, it's dark. Alright, I'm gonna pull over really quick. What's this say? Okay, hold on. Alright, I'm gonna check and see if the street parking, if you can park on the street at night. So I'm only 6 minutes from the Planet Fitness, fortunately. But this is where I didn't prepare enough. I didn't do research. So in the city of Rutland, Maine, parking is prohibited between 3 and 6 a.m. So you cannot park on the street at night. Good to know. So I need to stop saying so. Jesus. I am driving back to Planet Fitness, and I'm going to park at Planet Fitness. I'm not going to park at Walmart, because Walmart draws a bad crowd. But I'm going to park at Planet Fitness. Good thing that I liked about that parking lot is it had 2 of those like police camera things. Good and bad thing. One, they don't put those police camera things unless shit goes down in a parking lot. I'm not going to lie. At least I feel like I've only seen them in parking lots in kind of less than desirable, or yeah, not so great places typically.
Turn right.
But yeah, there's one like right in front of Walmart, which I would not park there. But there's also one just kind of across on the other side of the parking lot in front of this like nice grocery store. So I'm gonna park near that one, get a little bit of security, and that's still relatively in front of the Planet Fitness, which online it said it was closing at 10. Today is Thursday. Said it was open until 10 p.m. But on the actual Planet Fitness, the sign said 24/5, which means it's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's just, during the week it's
at the stop sign.
Always
right
open.
Onto River Street.
And it is the week. So the reason that's important is because a 24-hour business, they're not really going to be sweeping the parking lot to kick cars out, because they could be I could be about to go in the gym.
Turn left onto Strong's Avenue.
So anyway, moral of the story is, before you plan on sleeping in a city or a town, check that town's laws or ordinances, whatever they're called, and see if you can actually park on the street. Because if not, you're going to be restricted to parking at commercial businesses or in lots. That's a good one too. I mean, I came across that lot at a park, and I didn't see any signs prohibiting parking overnight. So I'm actually driving by that lot, to be honest. I'm gonna park at the Planet Fitness. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my initial gut instinct. Anyway,
At the next
super
light,
tired.
turn
It's
left.
almost 10:30. I'm a couple minutes from the Planet Fitness. Gonna go over there, park, quickly brush my teeth, go to sleep, call it a night. Talk to you in the morning.